Okay, but what's it really like being a travel agent? Well, today we're going to give you a secret peek inside a travel agent's life. The fun, the good, the bad, the ugly. If that sounds like fun, keep on watching. That's what we're doing on today's show. All right, guys, don't forget to take a moment, like, subscribe, and ring that notification bell over on YouTube. Every week, we bring you amazing content to help you grow your travel businesses, and I don't want you to miss a thing. Guys, this is one of our most requested topics, and I'm super excited about it. By the way, if you are new here, type a little "I'm new" in comments. I'd love to welcome you to our community. But this is a highly requested topic, and I haven't made one of these videos in a few years, so I thought, I know exactly the month I'm going to make this in, because July for us, you guys, has been insane. We have some typical in the office days, and I'm going to talk through what a schedule looks like kind of on a typical day for a travel agent. But then we also had 2 back-to-back really exciting events that we went to. I just got off of last week, you guys, the Utopia of the Seas. If you haven't already heard, we're doing a huge conference this fall, the Wander Beyond Retreat. We will be back on the Utopia October 14th, where we're going to bring together people just like you that really want to up-level their travel businesses. This is our most popular event every single year. It always sells out, and we are down to the last handful of cabins. So check all that information out. I will link that down below as well. But you guys, I have to tell you, oh my gosh, the Utopia chef's kiss. It was incredible. I cannot wait to host everyone later this fall. It's going to be a lot of fun. But the reason I wanted to kind of make this video around the time of all this chaos is because I love a good work from home business and show you the typical part of that. But I also love like a crazy travel week, because I think everybody's most curious about, when you do have industry events and things like that, how does that really come together on your schedule? So we're going to do the fun one first. We're going to do when I'm traveling, what does that really look like? And I have to tell you, last week it was crazy. we had a Utopia for the 3-night preview party. So I got invited out to Utopia of the Seas. We were literally the first people on the ship. It's a big industry event. All the who's who in the travel industry are there. And we get to see everything first. We got to taste test food from all the restaurants. We got to stay at a really cool cabin. Usually I always stay in an oceanfront or in a suite, but this time I was staying where it was kind of overlooking the interior of the ship. So we'll have another video about that, and you can see all the good stuff. But all that to say, it was really busy. It was really fun. And it's one of the things I love to do most. That's why I love my career, is I love to get out there, see the travel product, figure out what's going to be best for the clients. And I also love sharing that forward with you guys as well. But right after we got done with the Utopia event, I couldn't even go home. I had 2 suitcases packed in my car. So we literally, put the old suitcase in, got into my car the morning we left the Utopia, and drove straight down to Fort Lauderdale, because I was invited to the GTM conference. The GTM conference is an invitation-only conference. You have to be at over $1 million in sales if you are a travel advisor, and you have to be a multi-million-dollar agency to attend. So we have an agency as well. So we were invited. We've been to GTM before, but I didn't know I was going to get the Utopia. I didn't know when the Utopia was going to be, and they just kind of butted up next to each other. Luckily, I live in Florida, so I was able to get all of the things done. And we made it on time, and both were a ton of fun. But just the preparation for last week, I really had to think through, who am I meeting? How do I make the most of my meetings? And then also, just the clothes, the logistics, what outfits am I going to wear here versus there, and all the things. So it was a lot of busy movement, all the things happening, and it was a ton of fun. But I'm going to give you a sample of one of our Utopia days so you can see what a day like that looks like compared to what it looks like on a regular day. So let's do that first. I'm going to go ahead, and I screenshotted a sample of my calendar here. Let me put my glasses on so I can make this a little easier, and I can read all of the fun things. So let's do the Utopia day first. So for example, this was on July 16th. So this was the day after we boarded the Utopia, and this is how I map my schedule. Now, they don't dictate the events that we go to. Sometimes you'll go to a fam trip and events will be required. This was more of a preview, so we could kind of do what we wanted while we were there. But for me, when I'm at one of these events, I'm not there to play. I'm not messing around. I take it seriously that a supplier invited us to the event, and I really try to make the most of that, both for our agency, but also for you guys. We run Wanderlust Campus, and so I'm responsible for bringing back all this education, and we train our students in Wanderlust Campus all the things they need to know about Utopia too. So I'm literally, and you're gonna think this is crazy, but I'm up at 6:30 a.m. I typically don't stay out late the night before on these events. I try to get to bed at a reasonable hour, because the reason I like to get up so early, whether it's a hotel or a resort or a cruise as this was, that is when the ship is going to be empty. It's going to allow me to get good pictures, get good videos, spend time in the ship where it's a little more quieter. So I really like to get up early. So I'm up at 6:30. My assistant, who's also my daughter, she's my assistant before she goes to college, and she, anyway, that's a long story. But Bella was along. I let her sleep because she's getting ready to go off to college. I'm going to wake her up probably around 8 or so. But I go out, I kind of tiptoe out and sneak out and do a lot of content collection. That's stuff we will use later in our classes, as well as just stuff for our agency to use for marketing going forward. And we're trying to learn so we can advise our clients too. So from 6:30 to about 8:30, I'm off running around, getting all the things, basically running around the ship. And it is like a workout. Like, I don't have to ever go to the gym because I'm hoofing it in these big ships and resorts, right? Around 9:30, we had the opportunity to do some official tours. So we got invited, and they have kind of a tour schedule. So we wanted to see some of the suites that they had open. We were able to go in and tour them and see them, get pictures, get photos, and really get a feel for the product that we will be selling to our consumers. So that was really exciting. And then we had lunch together. So it's always good. It seems like, oh, lunch, you're taking a break. But really, when I'm at lunch, I'm seeing what type of foods, what type of menus. I'm looking at all of that as well. But we did take an hour for lunch to just relax, chill out a little bit. Obviously, we've done a lot up until this 11 o'clock hour. And then we wanted to sample out the spa. So we blocked out some time to hop over to the spa, check that out, see what their offerings are going to be, all of those things. And now at 2 o'clock, it is time for coffee. I don't like to have coffee past 3 o'clock because I don't want to be up all night. So at 2 o'clock, that's my re-caffeination point where I'm going to get a little more energy and all of the things. And then we're just going to try some activities and events. So we really blocked the afternoon for activities and events and all the different things. So we really just kind of went around the ship and saw what activities were open. We got to participate in some really cool things there as well. Then we gave ourselves a break so we could get ready for dinner, and we had a dinner with our Royal Caribbean representative, which was awesome. And a big thank you to Royal Caribbean, by the way, who invited us out to this event. They were so gracious with just gifting not only invitation, but they took us to one of the specialty dining dinners, and that was really cool as well. So that's kind of what a typical schedule will look like if you're on kind of like a fam trip or you're traveling. Sometimes as a travel agent, when you're traveling on your own, like for me, I love to travel, but travel is always a little bit work for me. Even if I'm going on a family vacation, I will abide by that same beginning of the day schedule. As I will leave my family sleeping, and I will go out at 6:30 in the morning in the hotel or the resort or the new destination and try to do some exploring on my own, so I can then preserve family time later. That's how I handle that piece. But this was a work event. So we were working dusk till dawn, just trying to get as much information as we could. And it really was a fantastic time. So that's an example of kind of how a travel week would be. Now, what is it like when you're at home as a travel advisor with that day-to-day? And I think this is one of the most liberating things for our students that we train. A lot of times they come from corporate jobs, or they come from jobs where other people are dictating their schedule. And we have everybody in our program. We've had bus drivers, hairdressers, we've had attorneys, we've had doctors, we've had lawyers, it's the array. We've had lots of nurses and healthcare and things like that, teachers. We have totally different backgrounds that end up in Wanderlust Campus, because people at some point say, I want to be a travel advisor. How do I put this thing together? So, but a lot of times they're coming from very regimented schedules. The beauty of your new career as a travel advisor is you get to put your schedule together. And one of the things that was really important to me is I always wanted to build my business around my family. We don't miss football games. We don't miss soccer matches. We don't miss ballet recitals. We don't miss musicals. We don't miss anything if it has to do with the kids and our birthdays. We take our birthdays off, and like however we want to arrange our schedule, we do. Fridays is our catch-up day, or our I run around and I do grocery shopping on Friday, and I do mom stuff. Monday I don't take meetings because that's my prep for the week, and then Tuesday through Thursday is all the work is packed in there. But again, business hours, not when it's family time. So the message is you get to, I'm going to show you my schedule, a sample of the travel agent day here at home in a second, but I want to remind you, no one's telling me I have to do this schedule. You get to pick how you kind of put this thing together. So with that, let's take a look at what it looks like if you are a typical travel agent and what that schedule kind of looks like. Here's our regular day schedule. Let me make this a little bit smaller so we can walk through it together here. So first things first, I am an early riser. So I like to get up early, at least an hour before the kids are up. So I'm typically up 6:30, 7 o'clock. And the first thing I do, non-negotiable, is I do something called an abundance routine. So something we teach our students, but basically it is about a 30-minute time period where I am being really mindful about what my goals are for the day, what do I want to accomplish for the day, and also I'm doing some mindset work and I'm doing some planning and things like that. So I have kind of like an hour of power that I block. It really only takes me about 30 minutes, and then I kind of go into there. And then from 8 to 10 is more administrative time. Of course, there's a little block in there where I'm going to do my hair and makeup and things like that. It takes about 20 minutes. I have a pretty fast routine where that's concerned. But then I have administrative time. So from 8 to 10, I don't take calls during that time ever. I'm not a fan of early morning calls because I really feel like I want to set the tone for my day. And the work that I do between 8 and 10 is to prepare to make sure the rest of the day and the rest of the week are going to run really smoothly. And things that happen in administrative time are like I'm checking on my clients who are traveling. I'm seeing if we have any emails that have come in. Do we have any new leads that have come in? Responding. I have a lot of my business is all automated and systematized. So not a lot requires my actual personal interaction. I don't, unless there's an emergency or something like that, I don't generally have to pick up the phone for hardly anything. So, but I do work through and see, did they get to their location okay? Is the weather looking good? Is all the things happening, running smoothly? I'll check on that. What do my numbers look like in my businesses across the board? That's what happens in that administrative time block. And then I love to block time for official proposals. So on this particular day, we were giving a proposal to the Grant family, to the Connor family. We block about an hour for that, where we go and we'll do a video call with them. We'll show them the proposals, they'll make their selections, and then we'll close those sales. And then I block a little bit of time for lunch. In my work time, I'm kind of a workaholic, so I will admit that sometimes lunch is like at my desk or super quick, and sometimes I just work through lunch. I know that's not the greatest thing to do, but I really value having that family time, so I'm kind of like, get the work done, and then, we can get to the family time stuff. 12:30, I'm checking in with my team, seeing how they're doing. Do they need anything? Is there anything I need to help them with? And then in the afternoons I love, because afternoon is more like my energy time, and this just might be different for you, but I have the best energy in the morning, so I try to get the most difficult tasks done towards the beginning of the day. In the afternoon, I love going to a supplier webinar where they're teaching me something, and maybe I'm having coffee, maybe I'm listening, but I'm just kind of like in learning mode. So I love a good supplier webinar in the afternoon, coming off of other meetings where I've had to be on all day long. 2:30, preparing proposals. So I would have in this scenario, I would have proposals again, potentially on the next work day. So whatever's coming up, I don't just do my proposals on the fly when I'm on a call. All of that's prepared in advance. So whatever proposals are coming up, I will be doing those as well. And then daily wrap up, checking out on my emails, checking to see if my team needs anything else before I kind of clock out for the day, right? And on this particular day, listen, we're wrapping up and we're going to Epcot and Space 220. For those of you that have been following the channel for a while, we moved to Orlando after having our house here for 2 years and just going back and forth all the time. but we are here permanently now. So we get to do cool stuff like go to the parks at night or do something, or just hang out at the pool, or just decompress or have dinner as a family. Or if the boys have a football or a lacrosse match, then of course we would be there instead of at Epcot. But it's summertime right now, so we're doing all the fun things as much as we can. But I hope that gives you guys a good idea of like 2 different days. And that's a nice thing about this career too. It's not the same thing every single day. If you have a passion for travel and you really are in that headspace of like, wow, I think this life would work for me, I just want to encourage you. You know, travel is a $1 trillion industry. And there was a time where I was running my travel business like a hobby, and then I got really serious about growing it and scaling it. And I was able to retire my husband into this whole life as well. We both work in the travel business full time now. And of course, we also have Wanderlust Campus, where we teach you how to do what it took us 10 years to put together with our proven systems, all the things that we teach. But I'll encourage you to go visit us at travelschool.com. You can find all the information about Careers on Vacation there. This is the program if you are wanting to learn how to be a travel advisor, get certified, figure out how to set up your business in a way where you can do this, whether it be a really productive hobby or a full-time business. We can teach you how to do either. And the difference with our program, guys, is you get to work with real people. You get tools like you're seeing the Booking Academy here, where you can, learn how to do your job, how to book the different things. We teach you everything you need to know. We also give you our business tracker tool, teach you what you need to track in your business, how to grow and scale it so you're not just kind of playing it at hobby level. And we have our partner portal that you get access to, where you can get connected with all the different suppliers to sell them. Like, we just got off of Royal Caribbean's Utopia, so we're big fans there. But there's hundreds of suppliers in there. And guys, we have the most case studies in the industry for an educational program. The reason that is what you're seeing on the screen right now, and that's my staff. You get to work with real people. This is not like an e-program that's going to gather dust on your hard drive. No, this is like going to a semester of college. You are going to learn everything that you need to learn, not just how to be a skilled travel professional, but also you're going to get certified, and you're going to really understand what it takes to run your business, how to market it, how to have operations, all that automations, and having my systems on autopilot. We teach you all of that stuff. You get to learn from my experts on how to set up your marketing machine, how to sell, how to service, how to protect yourself in setting up your business and doing all of those things. It's all in Careers on Vacation. So I encourage you to check that out. You visit us at careersonvacation.com/ready now if you want to apply. We do have a limited space going into fall. It is a busy time for us, so please apply early if you're interested in earning that certification, getting started on your journey so your calendar can look like my calendar very, very soon. But listen, wherever you are in your journey, I wish you so much love, so much abundance. I wish you the world, and I'm off again traveling, so I'll see you guys next week. Bye, guys. If you like that last video, make sure you check out all the content available to you on our channel. And I invite you to follow along, travel with me around the world as I grow and scale my travel businesses. You're going to pick up some great tips, some great tricks on how you can grow your own travel brand too. I'm going to drop some links down below, and also check out these videos I handpicked just for you.